First Rehearsal was founded by Matt Thomas Battersby after 2 university shows were cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown.
You must stay at home.
He and his course mates wanted to stay creative, and on the 26th of March 2020, 3 days into national lockdown, The Importance of Being Earnest, A Socially Distanced Reading, Act 1, by Oscar Wilde was published on YouTube, with performances from acting and theatre-making students Chelsea Sheldon.
I don't know that I'm much interested in your family life, Lane.
Marianne Kelly.
Eating as usual, I see algae.
Max Bayford.
A handbag.
Emily Thorpe.
They have been eating muffins.
Grace Tyrrell.
I also had a somewhat old but capacious handbag.
Francesca Provini.
The dignified silence seems to produce an unpleasant effect.
Anya Morris.
I am a celibate, madam.
Siobhan Mary Jane.
There were no cucumbers at the market this morning, sir. I went down twice.
Miguel dos Santos.
Lady Bracknell.
And linking narration by Matt Thomas Battersby. It was released in 3 weekly parts and even made it into the Ealing Times and the Culture Capital Exchange. Completely recorded from the actors' homes around the country, it really was a mammoth task. A series of post-show interviews and a hilarious bloopers reel followed.
Just to speak to you privately for a moment.
After Ernest, we created The Boy Comes Home by A.A. Milne. Another project with acting and theatre-making students Bill McGillivray, Max Bayford, Abby Blackburn, Alistair Gennaro, Erin Buckley, and Chelsea Sheldon. We then presented Shakespeare's Greatest Speeches, celebrating some of the bard's most treasured words, with contributions from Lynn Robertson Hay, James Lockhart, Jake Hart, Bobby Harding, Duncan Hess, Nicky Hendrick, Darcy Burgess, Chelsea Sheldon, and many more. Conversations, or Ways to Say I Love You, followed. Matt's first play that he has written, which starred himself and Chelsea Sheldon in the two-hander. Conversations marked a turning point, to turn an ambitious isolation theatre season of plays into a company, and First Rehearsal was born in September 2020, adopting Matt's previous shows. The First Rehearsal production was the First Rehearsal musical theatre concert, a celebration of musical theatre with a bit of Christmas flair, and hosted by leading lady of the West End, Kerry Ellis.
Hello and welcome to the First Rehearsal musical theatre concert. I am your host for this evening, Kerry Ellis.
This featured performances of musical theatre songs from Francesca Provini,
My head is spinning, I can hear the bell.
Caitlin Corns,
Maybe I like it this way.
Jessica Porter,
Like no other time before.
Azriel Simonson,
Daddy's in denial, Daddy doesn't wanna be.
Zoe Pike,
I never.
Rasheen McGowan,
All the drive, all the fire, all the passion.
Tom Homer,
Starlight, I've got sweet dreams.
Matt Thomas Battersby. If you want to deck the house for Mr. C, make sure there's sparkle, jolly, twinkle. And Hannah Savory, and helped to lead to our collaboration with Canadian theatre company Improv Babies. In February 2021, in the midst of another lockdown, we turned to Instagram to create an experimental film project called Sunflower. 4 different creative teams, 1 script by Chelsea Sheldon. What followed were 4 incredibly different short films, all using the same script. A sci-fi from Matt Thomas Battersby, a retrospective childhood story from Becky Holding, a stream of consciousness from Chelsea Sheldon, and a beautiful stop-motion animation from Bill McGillivray and Erin Buckley. So what's next for First Rehearsal? There are hopes for something on stage soon, but who knows? For now, the 5th of April brings The Best of Bond, a celebration of James Bond in memory of the late Roger Battersby, and to raise money for the incredible Andrew Simpson Foundation. Here's a sneak peek at what you can expect and who will be performing in the concert.
I guess I'll die another day.
Diamonds are forever. Sparkling.
We have hope, the love in the world.
See it in your eyes. Now you'll never see me cry. There's just no time to die.
So I wish I was James Bond, just for the day, kissing all the girls, blow the bad guys away.
From us here at First Rehearsal, thank you to everyone who has supported us in our first year. Through watching, participating, sharing our projects, we couldn't have done it without you. Happy birthday to us.